Hello everyone. Hi, this is Maru-chan. It's I believe it's September 5th already. God, it's quite late. And welcome to the Maru-chan podcast.
It's the 4th in the US.
Fourth in the US and fifth over here. But he just came out randomly. Anyway, this is our guest. This is our guest here, Taurus, and this is the podcast where you hear the before and after thoughts of essentially games that we're about to play, that we're playing, and that we're going to play. And I say that because sometimes you guys might hear the version, the before thoughts, or the after thoughts. Anyways, I hope you guys are well. And I haven't posted in about a week because this game took a little bit longer. And I'm actually, this is a good time to announce as well that I'm gonna be taking an extra week or so, depending on the game, just to kind of get some more leeway on it. But anyway, I wanna get to Taurus here, guys.
Hi.
This is Taurus. He's Mrirvin
Hi,
TW
everyone.
on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not on YouTube, just on Twitch.
On
And,
Twitch, but
he streams
just,
and stuff.
But
Cool.
just basically the same as Twitch, but without the TW on the end.
Right.
YouTube.
And yeah.
And speaking of that, I actually added my channels on my Twitch page.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
and I added the Streamlabs thing, but
yeah. Oh,
and
that's cool that you added that. It's good to plug yourself more on every single social media that you have, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, and today, guys, we're gonna be playing, we did play Dragon Mark for Death. If you have not yet watched the before thoughts, go ahead and watch it right now. Click pause and just and listen to it. Watch it or listen to it.
We will be over there.
Exactly.
We'll be over there to
we'll give you our before thoughts of the game, and yes, just before you hear our afterthoughts and a little bit more about the game. So that's the game that we played, and it's an RPG, 2D,
it's side-scrolling 2D
RPG. It's fun. It's really fun.
It's great.
And now, I'm glad we came back to it.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I definitely enjoyed it. And now guys, we had and another thing, we did stream this game as well. It might be going from Ricky's page already. It might be going from there on his Twitch.
Unless you're a Patreon, you'll be able to have access to it.
Guys, I am, and I ain't got access to nothing. So
not yet. I haven't set it up, and I keep saying that.
So guys, and I also streamed a few times on my streams as well. You can catch it on either YouTube or Twitch, whichever one you feel comfortable watching. They won't
find it because unless you open it up on your YouTube, but I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whichever one y'all feel comfortable going to is there if y'all want to see us. Now we had 4 characters. We were supposed to end up playing as, but we ended up really just getting to the brink.
You want some water, bro?
Yeah, my voice. I have some actually, but I don't want to drink it.
Yeah, just drink. It's fine. It's all good. But yeah, so basically, as he was saying right now, there are we had 4 characters, and he actually bought the DLC, which there is DLC in this game, surprisingly, and there are updates for this game once again, surprisingly.
Yeah. And, because before. When we played this a long time ago, but not long. I keep on saying a long time ago, like 2019.
It was a long time ago. It was 2 years ago or so. Yeah.
But when we first played this and everything like that, we had. I know the game was just coming out. Like we had these things all the time. Like we couldn't even get through. We used to be like, okay, we sick of this, and we just randomly just stopped playing it. Which
and we would have probably beat this game a long time ago, and actually 100%ed the game if it wasn't for that. But
if it wasn't for that,
luckily, I guess it was a something in disguise, blessing in disguise. Something in disguise.
It was awesome. So back to the characters thing. So we had, we both brought the Switch. The Switch split it up, like we talked about in the before thoughts. The Switch version split the characters up. I don't know if this is for the Switch. I don't know if it's for all console versions, but the one we got was for Switch. So I'm just gonna say. The version we had split the characters up into 2 different bundles. Like the whole game basically costs $30 for all the characters, which is that's how much it costs on the PC version as well. Mm-hmm. But the game on the Switch is basically split up for $15 for each set of characters.
Yeah.
So the one so we decided we were gonna do two different characters. We were gonna do two different sets. I got the frontline fighters, which was the Empress and the Warrior, and then Ricky here, he got the advanced attackers, and they all kind of advanced, which was the Witch and the Shinobi.
Yeah, and very different set of characters. I feel they should have balanced it a little bit more. Because it was kind of like you got really strong characters compared to mine. Mine were weak as hell. But either mine were really fast and agile, or really slow and magical. I guess if you want to say it that way.
Really slow and magical.
Really,
I cannot.
That sounds like a song from MC Hammer, right? Slow and magical, like a 1980s song. Slow and magical.
I can see with them little 80s drums used to have. Okay, anyway,
yeah, like a slow dance kind of song. So magical.
Lord. So then, and when we came back to this game, by that time we came back to it. I mean, I already knew about the two new characters they added with the updates, but by the time we came back to it, they had two other characters which we could be unlocked. One being unlocked when you beat the end of the game, and the other being unlocked through DLC, through a DLC mission.
Yeah, right.
So and they were and so we planned to have both characters on screen. I mean, both sets of our characters on screen for you guys. I mean, we still probably might do that one day in the future, but we just didn't get a chance to do it for the podcast.
You're right, yeah.
For us playing it.
For the podcast.
But we still definitely will showcase them in the future, and because they're some pretty awesome characters. And I'm also going to buy, and probably ends up buying so maybe Ricky might decide to try the Empress and see if he can do better than I did with the Empress.
I probably will.
You know what? I
probably will.
So I'm gonna do better than you with the Witch then, and the Shinobi.
Bro, I press these buttons like I mash the buttons, and it works so well. You've seen how fast I heal.
But see, for the Empress, I figured out that you're not supposed to be she's just not a character that you just keep on attacking and mashing. Like you have to be precise with it. You can't just be mashing the buttons. Because she does a lot of damage, but you can't just constantly mash. You have to like,
because then you die like an idiot, like touching the people because you're too close.
Yeah, you had to be moving and dodging around and stuff.
I guess before we get into the strategies of those characters or whatever, I guess let's talk about what each one is good for. We just said that the Shinobi is good for speed. He's kind of weak. And then the Witch she's very slow, not agile. She's her strongs are not that her attacks are not that strong, and but she has some uniqueness to her style. Then the Empress, she's more of that offensive type. She's not necessarily slow, but she's more attack than anything. And then we got the big boy, the Warrior, which is a ton of attack, like crazy amounts of attack. Like we're talking about his attack output is probably a good 80%, no, not 80%, maybe like 60 to 70% stronger than the Empress, which was pretty fucking strong at the end of the day.
And I really hate that y'all didn't get to see that.
And he has,
but y'all will.
I mean, I'm sure they'll get to see if they go to your YouTube thing, or you guys can help support the channel and and watch it as well through Patreon.
Yes.
But I only have one episode through there, so one stream. So I think you guys will still enjoy it. We spent like 30 minutes trying to do the training course. Well, I did.
Actually, I didn't. You did because
it doesn't state it. It doesn't state it.
Let me tell y'all something. I know that's what you're supposed to do as a streamer, but he's so busy trying to interact with his chat. Like I actually watched the stream back because he said that it didn't pop up on like the little I had a little direction that pop up. He said it didn't, so I watched the stream back, and lo and behold, there it is. It did pop up, but he was so busy trying to interact with the chat, which is what you're supposed to do.
To be fair, I did ask everyone, including you, to help me, and none of you could help me. All of you were useless.
Wait, you the one I read in the first place.
All of you were useless. Okay,
you the one I read.
All of you guys.
No
one could. The pro Adventist came in here.
One of our
like,
other friends, yeah,
like
he was talking about some. What he say? He said maybe you just need to hit that.
He's like, you're an idiot. You're supposed to move all the way to the right with the enemy. And I'm like, oh, really? So I even tried it. I even pulled out some pretty cool fucking moves, you know? Like, I know how to move really well in the game. And it wasn't even close.
After all that, guess all he had to do was just press L to open up the freaking shinobi's wings. That's all he had to do.
But those wings are useless. No, why would anyone just want to move slower? It's like, why would you use that though? I know you could use it there, but there was no situation. There was no situation in the game where you need that.
What? It was just for the it was just showing you. It was just showing you that you could. That's all it was doing. It was just showing you.
You saw yourself while we were playing. There's no situation where you use that wing thing to float. None. Like absolutely none. There's no really long hallway where you need to float all the way over there. It
showed one though. Actually, maybe in the DLC, maybe in the DLC it was, but
I don't even think so. To be honest, like, if that mechanic was useful, it would have been in the main game. There was how many stages and none of them used it? You know, like how many quests and places that you can go to. Anyway, that's that. But yeah. So the characters are fairly interesting. They all have the same story. The same storyline technically, since they're all from the Dragon Clan, because that's where they're all from.
Dragon Blood Clan.
Dragon Blood Clan. Sorry, the Bloods. Yeah, they come from that. The Bloods. I like blood. Anyway, yeah.
Next.
Okay, next. You're just stating next.
Next.
But yeah, so essentially, how does this game work? Well, you have a certain amount of quests that you do. It's not like other games where it's an open world and you complete something and then that quest is done. No, it's like you get to choose the stage, and there are different locations. There was like 10 or 12 different locations that you can go to, including with the DLC. And inside these 12 locations, you'll have maybe like 4 or 5 missions for each location. For example, the first place is called Dragon Blood Village, and in that Dragon Blood Village, you'll probably do no, that's the training one. I don't think we did that one.
Dragon Blood Village was the only one.
Sika Village, right?
Sika, that's
Sika Village.
The Ogre Fort.
Right, you got the Training Grounds, Ogre Fort, you got the Dreaming of Treasure, and Polluted Water, which now that I hear this, I kind of remember some of these stages, some of these quests. So yeah, there essentially there are some of them here. We're actually gonna talk a little bit about each stage, since I mean we're talking about the game itself, right? But we're only gonna talk about. We don't have to. We can run through them quite fast. We could just talk about. Oh yeah, this was the stage and we did this. Okay, move on. So we don't have to spend too much on. You know, no one's here to like learn about how much EXP each one has and what level and how much gold and how much time it has. So we're just gonna kind of go through them and talk about the silliest, stupidest shit we can think of for each of those. So oh, besides that, once you complete that stage or that quest, there are different levels you can do it in, different difficulties. So maybe if it's level 10, those enemies will be all level 10, or the boss will be level 10 at the end.
And what we discovered was sometimes the further the levels go, the whole enemy layout will change.
Yeah, layout, the map layout, even the map layout, right?
It's things which I'm like, and then sometimes we'll talk about that later. But
even the bosses have different like new attacks.
They have even boosted attacks. I'm just like,
it's like what the hell? Yeah, it was really weird. We'll tell you guys about that later, which we'll talk when we talk about the bosses. But yeah, anyway, so not only that, but there are every area I believe has a flag mission as their first mission. It's like an extra quest, but those are basically irrelevant. We're not gonna mention those. For those flag quests, all you have to do is like one little thing, extra thing. It's like so irrelevant, and we actually did most of them, like 90% of them, by just playing the game. So at the end of the day, it was like 90%, right? Or 80%.
Yeah.
Because we went back to do them, but they were very simple. I think there was only one that we had issues with.
We actually did do a pretty good amount of them. It's just some that we couldn't get to, but we did a pretty good amount.
Yeah. But I guess before we talk about, is there anything else that you want to mention before we get into the quest, and then afterwards into like the bosses, and then after anything after that?
All I can say is some of them bosses can kiss my butt. That's all I can say.
Alrighty. Next. Well, I'll go into equipment and like stuff like that. So you can also equip stuff. Obviously, it's an RPG. You can equip accessories. You can equip some items. Now, for the shinobi, you can equip the one that you throw, and then he has another. He has two throwing weapons. He has the like a shuriken kind of thing, and also a cross shuriken. And the little shurikens, you can change them according to the weapons that you choose for him. And then the big one, it doesn't change. The appearance doesn't change, but you can change the name of the weapon, which will change the stats and all that. So for, I don't know how it is for the Empress. Can you only change one weapon, or is it two? So I think it honestly has to do like, they all have a lot of weapons, right? They all have a lot of weapons, and yeah, I think it's really good that you can really upgrade them as well. But it costs a little bit of money to upgrade some of these weapons.
Yes,
honestly.
it does.
Yeah, it really does. By the way, nice transition. I love it. That's you're getting a lot better with this. But
see, they don't even know what you talking about. So there was no point of you saying.
No, but I have to give it to you on that one. That was smooth as fuck. Anyway, so yeah, so you basically can upgrade, but it does cost money, and you need these like cubes, which you could get like a small, medium, and large version of, and you can use old weapons for those upgrades. Money, you can get money really fast in this game. You shouldn't worry about it. EXP, now that's one thing that you do need, and there are ways to EXP farm, which we'll talk about later on. But besides that, I think that's about it until we get to the quest, right?
Yeah, because it's actually a bunch of different quests, and
yeah, I guess techniques of the characters. They all have their own techniques. For example, the shinobi, he can like do this dash where he's invincible. The magic girl, the witch, the Sailor Moon girl, she can like press a button, and you can press the buttons in different orders to like, kind of like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto. If you guys have ever played Grand Theft Auto, you know how you do L1, R2, R2, L1, up, down, up, left, right, down, up, left, start, push your butt a little, and press triangle, and then you get like the cheat. There you go. That's kind of the same thing, but just with this character. And it's actually really cool because later on we learned that the Oracle is exactly the same way, but she can stack all of her fucking attacks and everything, right? She can stack like double swords, protection, never die, super strength, super speed, super jumps, double jumps, like 50 critical attack, and you could hypothetically put them all at the same time and stack them if you're fast enough, and just destroy everything and everyone and the universe. What about the Empress and the Warrior? What were their thing? Do you remember?
Well, they had. We talking about their weapons, right?
Well, the way they played. Like I just kind of talked about the way.
Well, okay, so the Empress, she had. Okay, so the way you can access her different way of play style, two different ways. You can either you can have both of them equipped, but you can either have the short sword majorly equipped, and she can move kind of. She gains a little bit more mobility than she did if she just has her dragon sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it was. It was either maybe it was Empress. It was something like that. Basically, her longer sword.
Yeah.
Provided her with a little bit less mobility, and she was more like a a straight shooter cannon type. When she could use her little thing to just fire at him.
Yeah.
And then but her attacks were a little bit more what is this word for it? It was a little more damage oriented than her short sword.
But it was very
like her short sword was for like her short sword was more for like if you wanted to like a little like a little
rapid attacks, fury attacks.
Like and she had like a little more mobility, like her dragon arm. If you shot out something, it sent her upwards in the air, which gave her a little bit more mobility than it did in her long sword form.
And one cool tech that was done, and actually I kind of thought about it, and but he actually did it, and he actually thought about it at the same time as well. Was the whole there's this power, obviously there are different elements that you can use, and it'll change up the play style. We're not even gonna talk about that honestly. Well, I don't even think I want to mention it here in the just want to say, just put it out there, but not even talk about it, because that's a whole different thing. You get lightning, fire, ice, poison, and they all completely change your playstyle. Like in terms of like it's so weird. This game actually has a lot of replayability in terms of the characters. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that yet. But when he had the fire one, and if he jumped and did the fire spell, I think he could like push himself up in places that he shouldn't be in. And if you do it correctly, you can push yourself right, left, right, or right, left, right, up, right, like as much as MP as you have to actually like go up vertically. And it was super cool. Or you can go much farther horizontally. Yeah. I thought that was so interesting. I thought that was super cool, like, to add in the game. What about the warrior? I guess the warrior's the one that we know least about. I don't even know much about him anymore. He says that he can break blocks that other characters can't.
The warrior, the warrior is able to
Roblox looking ass
to hit. Like he's able to at least break down maybe some things that
like
the
a
rest
piece
of the
of
characters
wood,
can't break
like
down.
A tree or something like that.
And he has two equipable forms from his weapons. He has his axe and he has his big sword. So I have got a chance to play with both forms.
Right.
So his axe has him move like, or maybe like hit like a little tad bit slower, but he hits like a rock or like a truck or whatever and then he can, and when he does his little shoulder bash thing, he just bashes with his shoulder and he just knocks into them. And he has this, and the warrior has a lot of stuff going on. And he had like a heal, he can heal, and then not only can he heal himself, but anybody who's in that little circle, in his little vicinity around him, in that little circle, he'll heal the whole party. Where he'll heal everyone in the circle with him. So he's not only healing himself, he's healing the so he's basically everyone. So he's like providing heals to, even though they might not be the biggest heals, he's providing heals. It's something, to right? Them. Yeah. So.
And his little taunt, he like pulls out a little axe spray and like sprays himself. It's really cool.
And
you're like, what the hell?
and his little, what's the other thing? His little long, his big sword form. He can hit a little faster, but of course it's like a little tad bit weaker than the axe. But he can hit a little faster, and when he shoulder bashes with the sword, he doesn't just bash his like body into them. He shoulder bash, and he like does this like little
he puts that weight into
like this little 3-hit attack with the sword that like knocks him to the earth. It's not like one of the Smash Bros jab, like a Meta Knight jab basically, where he like except just without all that, just like the 1 2 3, just the 1 2 3 hit, the one
like the Mario slash, Mario, right?
Like he like slash like
up. The spaghetti.
Yeah, like
spaghetti jab.
So that's what so warrior. So he's pretty. I would have liked to play with the warrior on during the podcast time, but hey, we can always play it on stream.
Just to let you guys know, this game it needs a lot of time. Like obviously it's an RPG, but like one thing that I thought was gonna be more forgiving was the amount of experience that you need. But I guess if they made it too easy, people could just level up super fast, or a little bit too fast. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I think it's not so forgiving in the levels, in the higher levels. Like you could say, like level 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Those are really difficult to level up. I'm sure you need like 50 to like 150,000 EXP. And one of the missions that we were farming in, Frozen Fusion, it's like 5,000 for 3 minutes, and that's because we learned how to do it efficiently. So 5,000 EXP. Imagine if you're level 70 and you need like 100,000. You need to do it a good 20. Is that 20 times? 20 times. If you do the math. No. Yes. No. Yeah. It's 50 times. So imagine that. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. And if you do it 20 times, multiply 20 times 3. That's 1 hour for a whole thing. But I'm being very generous. That's if we did it 3 minutes and already was on the mission, like instantly, again at 3 minutes, without stopping and not breathing, just doing the mission over and over and over, like brainless zombies, brainless gamer zombies. That is.
Yes.
Yes. So, which a lot of people are, and but we're not. So basically, yeah, that's the game, and there, like we said, maybe the thing that backs that up is that you could technically, if you're getting kind of bored, you can just technically change the playstyle. But when you're doing it for stages that you're doing over and over and over, there's no difference. So I feel that's not a good excuse for the game to have that much EXP for the characters. Anyway, so I think we can get into the stages here. The first one that you do is not the training grounds, right? We didn't even do that.
Well, technically, if you want to say that's technically the first one, yeah, that is the first one. But then the first official quest that you get after training is the Ogre Fort.
The Ogre Fort. It's a moist swamp, and
okay, yeah. Not that ogre.
Not that ogre. It's a different kinds. And actually, talking about ogres, we're gonna be seeing
this game
ogres a lot.
Kind of fascinating. Yeah, this game is kind of fascinating. I'm like, you got folks turning into ogres. I'm just
it's very similar to Dan Schneider and his foot fetish, but instead,
no.
Instead, it's ogres.
Bruh.
Anyway, we did this mission a billion times. Not just now, but even when we started playing this game at the beginning and like a long time ago. This mission is pretty straightforward. There's you can go left or right. Left, you can do the side mission, which is getting a pendant, and you kill a few enemies. Then you go to the right. You go up some hills. You go through a castle until you get to an ogre, which he's pretty easy. We grinded here a lot, and Taurus died here a lot because he kept doing these like hits where he hits down, and it's actually a little bit unexpected because mostly with characters that you have to be kind of far away with. Now my character doesn't really have to worry because I can just either dash at him, which can keep me up in the air forever, or I can wall jump. So for me, I was like good. I could literally stay there for an hour and not die. But for him, it's a different case because he has to like jump. Anyway, you could jump. There is a jump button, so it's like it does exist. Taurus.
Wait, okay.
It did exist.
Wait a minute. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. First of all, not my voice. But first of all,
it's okay. I know you're a little softy. It's okay. You can express your feelings.
First of all, people, let me tell y'all something. First of all, yeah, the jump button does exist, but I ain't have a problem with the jump button.
And he couldn't even swing. You could swing with the Empress. You could swing around like a little monkey, and he didn't do it.
Okay, but that little swing, it was better for me when I found out. It was better for me just to be jumping around, just to jump over them. and that helped me dodge
But
him.
to be fair, he hits like 4 or 5 times, and I'm sure later on, if we really play more, he probably hits like 10 times for each cycle.
And then he get on my nerves that noise he make. He was like, "Row, row," and they keep on doing it. I was like, "Shut up!"
You're the only person playing with sound.
Oh,
Not me. I never had the sound on.
you should have. Might as well.
But yeah, we beat him a ton of times. I think we reached like level 70. We didn't beat that one yet because someone here can't jump. But we got to like level 70 for that mission. So just to kind of let you guys know, some missions have like maybe 12 difficulties of like levels, and some only have 4. That actually, all of them are like that, right? Either 12 or 4.
Yeah.
And it deviates. Some they start out level 5, then level 15. Some start out level 20, then level 50 next, and then level 80 next. I don't know. Not really. The missions that have 4 don't really go up that high. Maybe they only go up to like level 50, 55. But the rest of the missions do go all the way up to 100 or all the way to 120. Actually, maybe not. Maybe all of the missions go up to level 100, and the DLC missions can go up to 120. If I'm correct, I don't know. So yeah, Ogre Fort, really over the mill mission. Just kind of simple, nice, liked it.
Kind of annoying. Well, the only thing that was really annoying when you get to the boss.
Yeah. But even then, he wasn't that hard. It was just that a move that he did. So, anyways, then we have Dreaming of Treasure. What about that one? What do you remember of that one? That was the one where you have to use the torches, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to, but like this is the mission.
We found an exploit.
The description. Well, actually, the description tells you. Well, this is the only one with that type of. Like this is the only one that tells you about that. When it was like you can also zoom in to see.
It does say that.
Yeah, it said that in the description. It's like you can zoom in to see.
I really didn't know that. And if you like zoom out too much, then you can't see enough. But if you like zoom in just right,
just a little bit, you'll be able to see at least.
It's like still dim, but like you can still see it. But
you can see some. Yeah, you can see what you need.
This mission is basically you go down this gate once you like walk to the right, and you end up finding a door. You go down it, and it's really dark. You pass that, you kill some enemies, and bada bee, bada boom, done. Okay, I think we talked about that one enough. Actually, we didn't talk about some of the enemies. I think we should we talk about the enemies at the end, or?
I mean, shoot,
because I know it kind of depends on the stage. Some enemies don't appear until much later, so if we were to talk about them, they'd be like, what the hell? But I feel like there were some enemies that we should mention. For example, there's this bee thing that shoots you and you become confused. I think that's one of the most annoying things in this game. Besides being paralyzed by enemies and also being grabbed by them. There's this dude that's like you can see little whiffs of like air, or I don't know, carbon dioxide or fucking dust or some shit. Fucking dusty bitch. And then you see it there whiffing whatever it is whiffing out, and when you walk by it, it's gonna like clamp at you. It's gonna clamp at you. So what you have to do is you have to jump, or you have to like trick it, like kind of like one of those Fortnite traps. You bait it, and I'm giving you guys that example because probably you guys are all young. Fortnite baits.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, but if you do walk over him or walk over the little whiff and you don't move, he like clamps at you. He clamps at you, and you can't get out. You have to mash the buttons to get out. Mm-hmm. But I always felt annoyed to mash. I didn't want to. I was lazy.
And then sometimes what irritated me is if it was other enemies in the vicinity, like they can grab onto you. You trying to mash, and other enemies could be hitting you.
Which it wouldn't
Why
usually
you
matter, but still, it's just annoying. It's like it's not even like it doesn't even take health. It's not even like that bad.
Yeah,
It's just annoying.
Yeah, that doesn't take health, but if it's other enemies there, they gonna be taking health, so you got to be trying to mash.
Yeah, for sure.
Out.
But the little beetle thing that it's not even a beetle. The fly thing that shoots the purple thing and you get confused.
Okay,
that
so this right here, this is where the different attributes come in. Like, we was talking about the stuff earlier. I found, the fire. If somebody, it doesn't take this game's kind of weird when it comes to the burn. Like,
it's not like Pokemon where you take a burn. Damage every second.
Like you don't take burn damage, but what happens is it acts like, okay, so imagine Splatoon. I said, I'm calling, but you
imagine when you're playing basketball outside
Inkling.
and you fall on concrete and you like scrape your leg, and now that wound is open, and when you touch it, it hurts more. That's basically what it is.
Yes, so basically they do more damage.
In other words, they do more damage because
you take more damage
fell.
when you're burned. Poison,
or when
of course.
Someone talks shit and they burn you. Anything else is gonna hurt you more because you're already tilted.
Okay, that's not the same.
oh, my bad. Did I give too many examples?
Like what's next? Poison. No, poison is the one that acts like poison is the one that takes the damage periodically.
Mm-hmm.
What's next? Ice is the one that kind of freezes you.
It just slows you down, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
And then wind, for some reason, I don't know why this game got wind and confusion.
Yeah, that's together. So weird.
I don't see how the wind confuses you, but okay.
It's stupid.
So apparently the bee is tied in with so apparently his attack has wind properties, and so every time he hits you with it, it confuses you. It's so weird.
It's so
understand.
dumb.
I mean, like I understand the other ones.
And Pokemon, wind, flying type just is flying type, but the one that would confuse you would be like psychic type or some shit like that. Like there were plenty of enemies that looked kind of like psychic-ish, but yeah, it's weird.
So I would say that's the only thing. That's one of the only things I didn't get about this game is how did they end up tying wind and confusion together.
Maybe that's the only one they had left, so they were like, hey, let's just take it to this one. Whatever.
But like the good thing about it is that when you have a character that has wind attacks, that has wind abilities, you can confuse them. So I was like, okay, well, I ain't complaining. If I confuse them with the wind, that's
I didn't even know that. But their AI must.
Yep. Yeah. Because you can actually, like, when your character has those properties, like when you kept poisoning the ogre. The ogre we was playing, like he was taking damage from being poisoned, and then like when I burned the enemies, when I first was having the fire with the Empress, they was taking more damage from the attacks, and when I used the Oracle, when I used her wind attack, they got confused and they couldn't do anything. Like that's why I like about confusion, because when you actually confuse the enemies, they don't do anything. Like they just stop functioning. Like when I was confusing the ogres,
oh, they just kind of like, they're like kind of brain dead, right?
Yeah, they just like, okay, I don't know, I'm just not even gonna try to move. I'm just gonna look crazy. So you're able to they just completely stop in their tracks. That's what I like. So the confusion is actually more powerful against the enemies when you're using it. And then you can also paralyze, just like they can paralyze you. You can paralyze them, like like as you saw. If you do go to and look at the recent streams, you can see I paralyzed the enemies a few times. Like when we went on level 70 on the ogre, we both was doing our elemental
you have the
damage to him.
Right? The electric one.
Like Rick was poisoning them, and I had paralyzed him a few times.
The ogre. That was pretty cool. And I like the electric power on your space. It would like zap them with a bunch of lasers, and it would take a fuck ton of damage. It was crazy. But the firepower had some really cool lighting effects. It looked it looked really awesome.
Y'all, please go look, because every time it slowed down, this dude looked so cool. But y'all, everyone it gives you benefits, but it takes away benefits. Like when I had the fire one, it didn't use as much
unless you're the
blue bar. It didn't use as much as the blue bar when I did my fire cannon thing. But when I had my electric one, it does more damage than the fire did, but it takes up more of the blue bar faster than the fire did.
For sure. Actually, one thing we didn't talk about was the story, like the Dragon Blood clan and the Oracle. We just I guess I don't know if it would be just good to talk about it now or just talk about it at the end. I guess we haven't gotten too far in the missions, right? So we're already at 40 minutes and we only thought this was gonna be 30, 40 minutes. But
we actually didn't think this was gonna be long. But when you actually start talking about stuff and
then you kind of going into depth. That's the good thing about this sort of thing. Like that's why we do it anyway, or that's why I do it, or we do it, because the point is like just have fun, enjoy it.
Never mind.
You were about to be you can eat gaming.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Anyway, so yeah, basically, in the story, like your clan is a clan that hasn't been seen in a long time. The humans are dying to the demons, and the holy what are they called?
The holy water.
The holy gods. They're supposed to be helping out the humans, not being killed from these like demon things. So you basically come in there and you start helping the humans out, and you figure out that the heavenly people are actually dicks, and they're not helping. They're just taking away from humanity.
They're hurting.
Yeah, and so you basically have to end up kicking both of their asses by the end of the game, and so the true heroes are the Dragon Clan, which people were made out to look bad because of the Heavenly Clan, but even though they helped. But yeah, then there's this guy, who the final boss. He's important to mention at the beginning. Arum.
Yeah.
He's also good, but he's bad. If I'm not wrong, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
But they basically take the main dragon blood warrior or clan warrior, and which is the Oracle. She's like the main one, not main as in like she's the coolest one, but she's like that like deity, right, in that clan, and so you have to save her by the end of the game, and you can use her. She's a playable character, which she's OP. She's technically the weakest, but when you power up all of her things, which you can if you learn how to do it correctly, just spend like 10 minutes to do it.
And another thing I found, like when you get the power, like you can keep them on there forever as long as you play your cards right and you keep refreshing the cooldowns, because she has the thing you can refresh the cooldowns on, and you can just keep refreshing. You won't have to keep casting it over and over again.
Oh really?
But that's
So the stacks just can stay.
Yeah, as long as you have the good amount of.
I didn't even know that. There you go. Yeah. OP has just become fucking broken. The character is broken. Honestly, the character is you like. I'm not even gonna talk about the character. I can't. This is just too much for me. It's too, because I already know from the first time that we tried her that it's just crazy. You know, our characters can get really strong, but her, it's just like, what the fudge? So yeah, that's it. Anyway, that's the story, and so back to what we were talking about here. So the next mission that we found was Polluted Water. You just have to push some little berry things into the water, and it disinfects them. We call it grape juice around here, but call it what you will. And
okay.
Did we call it grape juice, or what did we call it?
Yeah, what I said, it looked like some grape juice.
It looks like grape juice.
It did though. It did.
We didn't even talk about all the enemies, but I think for now that's fine. So what else? Oh yeah, Polluted Water. You just push it, and sometimes the game is laggy, so the fruit fucking teleports while we're both hitting it. And this guy right here, he would always like be overly confident and hit it, and then sometimes it would go all the way back and roll down the whole hill. So it's his fault, not mine.
Whatever.
Let's see. Let's move on to the next one, which is called Lansa Channel. which is basically a ship. You're on a ship, not shit, but a ship, and you got 4 missions here, 3 missions. Sea of Tumult, Dangerous Wine, and Cruise Escort. All 3 missions are just as stupid as the prior one. Sea of Tumult, you fight Leviathan, which is this big ol' hentai octopus creature that comes out of the sea, and you have to fight him. He pulls out 4 tentacles, 2 that shoot water and 2 that shoot sand bubbles that confuse you. Yes, you heard it right. Sand bubbles that confuse you, if that makes any sense to you. So the 2 of them on the left and right are the most annoying, honestly, because they're hard to kind of dodge. But once you find the technique to do it, it's not that bad, right? Unless it's a high level. Do you want to talk about it a little more, like Sea of Tumult, I guess, right?
Yeah, that was Sea of Tumult.
And it's so dumb because the side mission is to go inside the ship,
like go inside the ship before you fight. This is the Cthulhu battle, and and that's how you get the flag.
Yeah, right. And then after you kill the dude, the serpent thing, you go inside his tummy. You go all around there. You kill some enemies. This area right here, it kind of looked like gutsy. It looked gutsy, not like it's gutsy, but it looked gutsy, and it's disgusting. And sometimes, this is the level where Taurus here would fall on acid all the time. Dumbo.
Shut up.
There's a ton of acid, and if you don't platform correctly, the acid is really annoying.
My platform skills did not come out there.
They did not translate from Mario Brothers. So basically he had a bit of a hard time only on this stage from what I remember. For me, I could blast through it because I could just wall jump and like skip everything and fly. I had like so much mobility. Anyway, that's the mission, I think. Is there anything special at the end? There's a ton of crabs here, right?
You're talking about
the crab,
like hermit crabs?
Yeah. There's these
the
hermit
boss
crabs. Boss crabs.
Yeah.
They're not that hard, but they have an invincible side.
They irritating. They just irritating.
Yeah, you just have to like kind of hit them from one side when it comes out. His 2 attacks are like poison, and which I think the developers had it wrong, and they put the poison as water. It looks like water, and then the poison bubbles, it just hits normal.
Yeah, they did get it wrong because that was the one, because he was supposed to be able to
I think when we played it before, it was the opposite, right?
They put it, because the one he shoots at the water,
fucked it up.
That it's supposed to freeze and slow you
getting
down.
Fired.
Yeah, it's supposed to freeze and slow you down, and the one with the poison bubbles is supposed to poison you. I was like,
should we call the company and tell them?
Should we? Would they even still be there?
I don't know if they're like bankrupt or something. Hopefully.
Dragon Ball for Dev, y'all folks. If y'all listen to this podcast, get y'all thing together and change it.
Didn't they just update the game like a few days ago?
I think they did.
Or was that update old? I don't even know, man. But
I mean,
anyway, that's that mission.
Because I'm surely is petty. I'm like, why is some all this doggone this water coming and flying at me and it's poisoning me? I'm saying, huh?
And then the purple poison looking one, it's just like water.
Yeah, I'm just like, what?
it was a bit dumb, but So the next stage is Dangerous Wine. All you have to do is find wine, I think, right, for the dude at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. And I think you fight some crabs. That's all. It's really nothing really special about this one. And some of the stage obstacles, they look like teeth, and it bites on you, like when you pass through it. But that's all there is. That's kind of interesting about it. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, cruise escort. Do you remember that one? It says that we have to defeat all the enemies. That's the success part.
Cruise export. I say escort. Export. What am I saying?
I don't even remember this mission. That's how insignificant it was. Now, not that it wasn't fun. I'm sure we had a lot of fun. That sounds so forced. I'm sure it was a lot of fun when we did it, but it's just not one of those crazy cool missions that stood out. That's what we meant. So developers of the game, don't hate us. We love your game. It's a fine game. It's awesome, and we're gonna keep playing it. Anyway, so that's that part, Lansa Channel. The next part here. Oh, and just a little cool Easter egg. The map of the game, it looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
But it gets annoying after you can't skip the little map scene. But that's besides the point. Then we have that Tarple Mountain, which the first mission here is the Frigid Nest. Do you remember that one?
What was that about?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't remember this?
Yeah, I don't remember some of these missions.
Man, we did this mission a ton of times. Don't you remember?
Nope.
Oh, goodness. So the Frigid Nest, you have to go up a mountain. This place is like frozen cold. And this is the mountain that like snow falls from the top.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, you remember, right? So for the Frigid Nest, you just continue. It's like a frozen mountain, and you can go in it, or if you're like a shinobi or someone that is a bit agile, you can go up the mountain if you have a special technique, or you can like hang through, like swing through the stage and go to the top parts of the stage, or not. You can go through the middle part of the mountain, through the innards, and at the end of this mission, it's not that special. All you do is you end up fighting the crab again, but if you take a different route, you can fight this special knight that's waiting for you. You fight him, and then later you fight the crab. That's all. That's all the Frigid Nest. And I believe in this mission, there's a ton of warriors there, and they're like, no, we don't want to fight for you, because we're just using this as bait. And the guy's like, well, I ain't lying. That's what we're using you guys for. So then they leave, and they're like, oh, well, if you want to join, you can fight for us. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
because they got the nerve to sit there and try to, and
they're like, we want money,
and then talking about some, oh, we just gonna use y'all for bait anyway. I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, it was fucked up. And the next mission here was Frozen Fusion, which was our main farming mission.
Obviously, we should remember that one.
Yeah. So all you do is collect 500 ice. What do I mean by that? You kill an ice enemy.
Yeah, because the person at the beginning, they wanted to see if they was trying to collect the ice so they could see if they can make things out of like ice weapons and ice stuff like that.
I don't know why they didn't go to the grocery store and just buy some ice there, or the gasoline station.
Do they like they got a grocery store?
Maybe they do. I mean, look at them. They got weapon shops. They got item shops. Why not, right?
They got everything else but a grocery store, huh?
They got torches. Why wouldn't they have ice? Diamonds, boy. So Frozen Fusion, you just kill an enemy and it drops a little fragment of ice. It could be kind of big or it could be kind of small, depending if you're lucky or not. So you basically kill a bunch of enemies and you collect it. Done. And it's actually really fast. You could do that in a really fast way, if you just know how. I believe we played this mission like a million times.
Yeah,
and we got 5,000 XP from it.
Now, if you guys do plan on getting this game, you can this level. This is a great way of farming EXP.
Play to this mission. Play
to around the 50s. Yeah.
Skip. Don't do the other missions at like level 20 or 15 or higher missions. Just finish the mission once until you get here. Farm until you're like level 50, and then just play the rest of the game. Well, I guess it'll be a little bit easy for you to beat the game, but
it should. Unless you're like me, which just gets hit by everything.
And if you're like him and you like to play behind someone else's back, he started farming You're like, oh no. This man started farming without me. We're supposed to play this game from the very beginning to the very end together and farm together. And no, he one day I show up in the stream and this man is 2 or 3 levels higher than me. Can you guys believe that?
Actually, you didn't even know it until I said something about it, so you can shut up.
We were FBs, farming buds, and you betrayed me, okay? Got it?
You didn't even know nothing about it, okay? Because, like I said, until I said something about it, so you can shut that noise up. Like this man
left me behind, like, for reals. So anyway, that's Frozen Fusion. Bad memories, you know. All bad memories. So next one was Lost in White. I honestly don't remember this mission at all.
But now I remember this mission a little bit. What was like they were worried about the captain.
The captain.
And they
safety.
was like, and they was wondering was he alive? And then when you find out and you beat the mission, they found out that he's not alive. They all.
What happened to the mission? Like, where do we go?
We had to defeat.
Do we fight crabs or what do we do in there?
We fight something. I don't know if it's crabs or if it's abs or something. I think we fight something.
Crabs. But the best way to fight crabs is don't go around sleeping with random people. Okay.
Yes.
That's the best way.
The more you know.
Avoid STDs and wear your safety, your safety dick hats, penis hats.
The more you know. The more you know.
Is that more professional to say? Penis hats. Wear your penis hat when doing anything.
No, it's not. That's not more professional to say.
Oh, it's not. So it's just okay to say condom. Okay. Nice. Okay, so the next one we have here is Over the Ice Wall.
Yep.
Yeah, basically you just kill enemies. That's all you do. And you get to the very end. There was really nothing new or interesting about this mission besides one thing. Tell him, Torres.
Well, when you get to this mission, after you get to the final level of it and you beat
the final
it,
difficulty,
all of a sudden this little blue warp thing pops up.
Purple.
And
purple.
Isn't it's not purple? It's blue.
It's like blue purplish.
Whatever it is, you have to go. You have to go on it. And all of a sudden,
if you don't want to, you can just complete the mission. Don't let this man tell you what you can do.
Because if you go in here, if you go in there without completing the mission, if you go in there, it just counts as a whole fail.
You have to complete the mission first, and then beat it again. And if you want, you can try. Because we don't recommend it until you're level 1,000,000. To try this out, but
because
they
will be level 100.
They're a super secret boss. Okay, these bosses, they just like the match. The thing, it just starts. It's like there's no load screen. There's no anything.
There's no dialogue.
There's no dialogue. This thing it just spawns right next to you, and starts hitting you right away, and you die. You're dead. Actually, you dead right now. As a matter of fact. No, you're alive. You're more alive than you have ever been. And you're going to be more alive if you finish this podcast. Self-plug, baby.
You know what? So, y'all. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Let's go.
So, yeah, that was Over the Ice Wall. Are we moving fast through these? I mean, we're barely at Annie's castle. That's like, we're almost at the half point.
Yeah, I don't think we're moving fast. I don't think we're moving fast enough.
Yeah, we just gotta kind of talk about the main parts. Some of these missions we're honestly not even gonna remember anything. So the ones that we don't remember, we just say we fight and then, yeah. Okay, so this one right here, Annie's Castle. I don't remember what this was. Wait, are
this
we
castle?
Did we skip
this castle right here?
What's this one? I don't remember this at all. Like at all.
Oh, two of these is on the is DLC levels, which is why you don't know about
Castle is DLC, right? Because
No, not all of it. It's only two of them. Two of them are on the DLC levels. We had the pain, the misery. We had that one, and I think. See, this thing gonna make me start this game and see what we have, but I can't do that right now. We in the podcast.
That's why I sent you the thing.
But like this right here gives you all the DLC levels and the regular levels.
I honestly don't remember Ennis Castle. I don't remember any of them. Maybe Pain the Meister, but not any of them.
I think we maybe the only one we did have was paying the misery, but we did have some sort of variation of Ennis Castle. I think.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure about it.
I don't even remember how it looks. That's the thing.
Either.
I know how all of them look.
I remember the other castle.
I remember the other one, the Japanese style looking one, but not this. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna skip that one piece. We don't know. Cadena's forest is basically this like really big,
foresty.
Lush, foresty area.
It's very foresty
and lush, and the first mission is honestly really stupid. You spawn and there's this dude being attacked and he doesn't even protect himself. He looks like, my god, this guy's dumb, and he's like so far away from his house. Why are you so far away from your house? And why would you live here? And why are you bald? Like, so many questions, right? So many questions.
Okay.
It's called Undying Dragon, and you basically have to defeat two monsters. Once you help him, actually, once you babysit him, once you babysit the guy back to his house, he tells you, hey, you have to fight two monsters, and you go to the very left. Now this mission right here, you kind of go underground again, and there's really nothing particularly like different besides there's a lot of poison enemies, and there's this like poison thing that lets like poison falls. And Torres died here a lot because of poison.
Oh my god.
Poison is kind of annoying because once you get to like to a higher level, the poison starts taking a lot of damage.
Taking more damage. I was like, first of all, nobody told you to start taking more damage on me.
Yeah, no one told
with you
to do anything. But yeah, basically you go all the way to the left, you drop down like this mountain, and then you find like a pool of water, and you fight the first monster. He's like this skeleton looking Zelda looking boss, and he does like these little zigzags. Sometimes he goes in the background, and water turbulences just come out of the floor somehow, and that's it, right? He also can shoot ice out of his mouth, and that's about it. And this mission, it can go up to level 120. We didn't do that. We only got to like level 55, or I think. So yeah, that's Undying Dragon. You fight two of them. You go to the right and you do another one. And I think in one part you have to get a key. So you fight a group of enemies, and then you fight. You open the key. You open the door, and then that's when you fight the other boss. That's that. What about the next one, Twin Dragon's End? Do you remember this one? I do.
The Twin Dragons. Of course. Remember, this is the one we just got done doing.
Yeah.
That was. So
you have to do the same thing.
He claims he's trying to see a sample to see if the dragons are immortal or whatever. So then you have to basically just it's two dragons on each side, and you just defeat them, and these dragons are irritating as all that does too. Because
the only difference with the first mission that I just said is that you have to do it with a time limit. That's all. Literally, that's all. Time limit, done. Next mission, brother and sister.
Now this is when so I think I actually remember their names. I don't remember the girl name, but I remember the boy name. The boy Foru. So his sister was like, "Oh my God, where is he, Foru?" And she was like, "Can you go find him, please?" I'm like,
so we go and we find him, and we find him, and he actually stole a pendant from her, apparently. So a little fucking thief. And
he's like, when you after you fight the crab, he's like, "Oh no, my sister's pendant." But for some odd reason,
he doesn't give it back.
Yeah, even when
He's
you
like,
find
oh,
the
I lost
pendant.
it.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like even when you find the pendant, and you like, oh, you found it. It's like he still says he lost it. I'm just like, huh?
He literally gave us the pendant before we went there. It's so sneaky. I don't know. Anyways, that's the mission. And basically the way you find them is like you just go to the right, and you go underground, and it's kind of like the same thing as where you try to find the fight the dragons. Same thing.
Yeah, basically.
Paste. Anyway, so water inspection is the next one. You have to just get 5 samples from all the little lakes. You go to a lake, you just walk on it, and you go to all of them, and you go back and talk to the guy, and mission done. Okay, so
yes,
that
so this old guy is like the brink of all of these missions here, and I will say he just had us basically just do all his dirty work. I guess
we're doing all the dirty work for everyone. As a matter of fact, like
basically,
we shouldn't be doing this for anyone.
Oh, it's something we didn't finish. Oh, well, we can talk about that at the end after we finish talking about all these missions. Anyway, next.
Wait, what do you mean?
We can talk about it when we get done with these missions. I was gonna say something we didn't get finished, but that's like not until the end. Next.
Okay.
So.
All right. So the next one is
Lithus Royal Tombs.
Yeah. These were cool when we got here. This has like a Egyptian aesthetic to it.
Egyptian vibe, the pharaoh vibe.
Yeah.
Well,
what about the music?
That is not a Egyptian. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just said.
Brother, you gonna get canceled, bro. You gonna get canceled.
That's not an Egyptian song. Oh.
So the first one was called Unearthed Royalty, and all you have to do is get the true relic. What the hell? I don't remember this.
You
just have to go and do something. That's the point.
Lord.
That's a lot of description there, huh? No,
and
but
then
basically
we done with that one. Next, we got Tomb Rescue.
No, but I mean we have to talk a little bit of it since the main mission.
Well, shoot, what did that talk about? Because I don't think it was really too much talk. I mean, let me see.
I think you go and you like. Oh, I remember. So basically you go through the whole dungeon, and it's really cool. Like actually, there's a lot of eyes that you can look at. Basically you have to zoom in, and it'll show like where some eyes are at, and according to the eyes you will have to either do or not do something. Like if there's a lake and the eye is open, there's poison, or there's no poison, and if the eye is closed, there is poison there. And,
right.
And basically at the end, you basically get to this one room that has a bunch of layers, and you have to you look at the eyes, and you look at where the treasure chest is at. And you go to that layer, and then you kill the enemies there, and you open that chest, and then you spawn back to the site, the campsite, and that's where you essentially will just finish the mission. But I believe at the end you have to fight an enemy there, right? You have to fight a secret boss.
Mm-hmm.
Not a secret boss, but just a normal boss at the end.
Yeah, it's just somebody that just tries to crash what you.
But this place, Royalty, also had a super secret boss too, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the next mission is Tomb Rescue. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. Like,
well, I want to say the same thing. It's just basically that you're trying to rescue these folks because this irresponsible child, and when he did something, he didn't, and then but he was somehow able to get away, and he didn't try to find them help. And so you can get different dialogue. I thought that you had to save all of them to win, but apparently you don't. But
and it's kind of unfair because when you get there, you have to go fast and save them fast, or not they die in like seconds.
I mean, like that slime be really focused on killing them though. I be like, wait a minute, they be looking at them, be trying to kill. I'm like, wait a minute, you ugly slime thing, you really trying to kill them, huh?
Yeah, he definitely tried to kill them. But yeah, basically you talk to them after you save them, and done. But this mission isn't that hard, and you don't have to save all of them. But
yeah,
we tried our best. Like we even restarted the mission the first time when one of them died.
For some reason we thought that we had to save all of them. I mean, we was kind of like, it was some missions where we did get kind of like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what is
it literally gave you no instructions where's the portal, or if there even is a portal, or you have to restart it. Which actually goes into the next one, the Sleeping Tome, not tomb, tome. And here, this is one of those examples of we didn't know shit of what to do. We spent like a whole hour just trying to find out what to do. And researching it, and we couldn't even find that until the very end.
I was like, really? It didn't say nothing about defeating no. I was like that's kind of it annoyed me, but when we did it, we was fine.
Right, but we have to say what it was essentially. So basically, you go through the whole mission like normal. Like once again, don't really have to state what's in the mission because it's just an aesthetic Egyptian kind of place. You jump around, you platform around, and when you get to that specific area where you're supposed to finish the mission, there are once again layers where you have to like top layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer, and there are eyes, but it doesn't really say anything much from that. It doesn't say kill all the enemies there, or just kill the boss enemy there.
Like it doesn't say what to do,
or kill the ones with the eyes closed, or the ones with the eyes open. It doesn't state anything at all.
It doesn't say none of that. None of it.
You go in there, and we kind of did rush in a little bit the first time, honestly, and we killed everything, but they kept spawning back. And even when we tried to do it the right way later on, it didn't work. We tried like 50 different things, trying to see, maybe we only need to throw one shuriken at each of the eyes.
Yeah, so it's like you have to do it right.
Or not, you have to restart the mission. So you have to kill all the enemies in that layer on each side, whichever side it is. And then a little light will turn on that layer. I don't know if you noticed that, but a little light will turn on once you kill all the enemies on that layer.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically there you get the thing and you're done. That's all. Then the last mission, Displaced Royalty. All you do is like there are 4 sides that you can go to: up, left, down, or right. It's really nothing special. You just collect the body parts, the leg. You collect the left arm, the right arm, the bottom left leg, and the cock.
I always find it weird that the body parts are in chests. I was like, huh?
Yeah, why would they be there? And why would they be in different parts of the place?
I was like, who is this person that's so significant that they have to do all that? I'm like, what are they? I'm like, what?
It's very questionable, stuff. So anyway, it takes us to the next one, Muramasa Castle. Which is actually, I honestly think it's one of my favorite ones.
You think so?
The aesthetic, one of my favorite aesthetics of the whole game.
Okay.
It's either that or the Asura Gate one. No, not Asura Gate. Actually, that one was also cool. I liked Asura Gate. I liked the Muramasa Castle, and I liked the tower, the really tall one.
Yeah.
Those were my 3 favorite, like, in terms of how they look, appearance. I thought they just look really slick. Like they all have their it's very unique compared to all the other ones. Ice level. Yeah. Forest level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So yeah. F you. Like, I'm just talking about my passion about which ones I love. So anyway,
and I'm saying yeah.
Which ones do you like?
To be honest, I like a lot of the ice ones. I like
they didn't look bad. Actually, they look nice. Yeah.
I like I don't know why I like the ogre for it. It pisses me off. I like the ogre for it, even though it kind of pisses me off at times.
Yeah, it was a good first stage. It is a good very very good first stage.
And I did like the Asura Gate, because it was like this one. It felt like stuff was getting really, and it was like stuff was getting really like, okay, this is getting real. At the end here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of
So
those.
and also Muramasa Castle, we have two that were DLC only levels. So the ones that we got to play were the Castle Burns and
Miracle
Miracle
Steak.
Steak.
As stupid as that sounds.
Yes.
Stupid
So
ass
Eastern
mission.
Eastern Treasures and Invisible Anger were not on the main list. They were part of DLC, which I might play for stream. We're gonna need Maru to hurry up and get this DLC. Like if you want me to purchase it for
we
him,
don't
I
need
will.
to hurry up, but we haven't even beat the game with. We haven't even beat
but like I said,
all the levels with one character.
Okay,
imagine
look, y'all.
Two characters.
When y'all see this video,
characters.
when y'all see this video, comments on this video and be like, Tor, get Maru the DLC so we can say I can go and finish this DLC. I will do it. So just let me know, guys. I would.
Or you guys could just go and go to my Streamlabs and help out. Yeah, or Patreon, or sub.
Forget what he said. Or how about this? Y'all go support and y'all go tell me about the DLC. Then that work. Bye. See y'all later.
If you guys support, then you guys can also get emotes on my Twitch, and you guys can also get cool stuff like
plugs.
Yeah, it's plug-in. But this mission is one of the worst ones, honestly, because it's a cool
well,
like.
I mean, like we had to save the child, but she just be.
You have to like this place has like the ancient Japan, kind of like the Edo period style, and yeah, it's a really long. Like I'm talking like with the width, it's really long.
And the only reason it's really kind of long is because like once you find her, she has to like
you have to walk her all the way back.
She walks all slow, come with you. I'm like, girl, if you don't bring your butt
what's
on
cool about this mission is when you go to the castle part, it's locked, but you have to go like underground and like sneak in the castle. I thought that was cool. I thought that was a cool little aesthetic to it. And then also you can hit the lanterns and they fall and catch the thing on fire, and you can see what's behind it. You can see like there's a little TV there, but I didn't understand why there was a TV when it's in the Edo period.
That's what they call it, the Castle Burns.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
and also
cool. And you find the little girl once you burn one of the paper doors or whatever.
And also a funny thing about her was we found that when we got to the part we was going on the quicksand. It was so fun because like our character was able to fall in, but she just ran smooth through there. Like I'm like, huh? Like she.
Oh,
just
you're already there. You're already talking about that already. Dang.
Oh, I mean,
so
we already talked about saving the girl.
You didn't even talk about how you had to walk her.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like as we walk her when we get to this is the part where it's quicksand.
Yeah. Basically, what he said, like, we have to kill all these enemies, right?
And like
these
some
bamboo
of them
shoots that come out.
Yeah, like some of them. Yeah, some of this stuff don't start appearing until after you get her, which is so. It's like they was waiting on you to save her, just so they can try to stop you. Like the little cloudfish.
Jellyfish.
They don't start popping out until you get her. I'm like, huh? And like the little like you said, like the little bamboo things don't start appearing until after you get her. I'm just like, it's like they were just waiting for her to try to.
By the way, did you clip that part on your channel? About
no, I didn't do that.
Why don't you go back and clip it?
I should while it's still up.
Yeah, or it's about to like disappear here soon. But it was hilarious. Like we're over here like jumping and doing this and killing enemies
and trying to get out of the quicksand, and she just running.
We fall in the quicksand and we're like mashing the button like super hard. We're like, oh fuck, we're both complaining, and then we like expect her, and we're like, oh crap, she's gonna jump in and like she's gonna have a hard time too. No, she just jumps on it and walks like it's a fucking cakewalk. It's like, what the hell?
She just goes like clean through it.
She looked like she was fucking on fire. Like, you know, she was just doing her thing, and us, we're like struggling over here walking through this quicksand. We were just both caught off guard.
And then she gets to the end, and then does the little struggling jump she does. I was like,
yeah, little hop. Right here. And then from there you kill this one enemy. It's this boss. He's actually pretty cool. Which you see later on. You kill the boss. Yeah. He's like this ogre again. By this time we've already fought plenty of ogres.
But 20,000 ogres. This game is fascination of ogres.
Dan Schneider. So yeah, afterwards.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
does he still work for Nick? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so. I think that's over. I mean, they still show iCarly and Victoria's and them on.
Doesn't he own like most of the shows?
No, Nick? You know what? That's a lie. Cause did he have another show? I mean, I don't know. He had another show with somebody.
Didn't he also direct the one with Tori?
I mean, but hey, I mean, even though I don't know. He did help create some really big shows that came from
while harassing some of the actresses along the way. But
hey, but
everyone has their thing, right?
Ariana Grande, girl, Ariana Grande.
So the next one is Miracle Steak. I don't even remember this one, honestly. The only thing I remember is that you go underground. And
yeah, you had to go underground and you had to get the meat. The meat. Yeah.
Okay, well that's all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is for one of the people. This is for one of the NPCs. I think this is the one on the upper slums. And he's talking about he wants the meat because it'll make him live longer or whatever.
Oh right, just to let you guys know, you get some of these missions by talking to some of the NPCs, but you don't get even access to these missions unless the NPC gives you the mission. And you don't get until you beat a certain mission as well. Not only that, but you're at the slums at the beginning, and then later you get access to the higher the upper city. Which has better shops, better people overall. Because we all know that if you're rich, you're better than other people. Obviously, that's the case. And so all the poor, rude, barbaric people are in the slums, just like they should be, and stay there. But
to be real, you got some rude, snob people up there. They like this. What they tell? What they be telling
no, that could not ever happen. We know that rich people are just the best.
What did they What did they tell your character? Go back to where you came from. What you doing up here? No.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, some of them do talk like that. Which will lead us into the next one. We only had 2 missions there, right, for this place, because we didn't have the DLC.
Yeah, well, I have it, but you don't. But
so there's 2 missions. Calamity's Portent. I kind of want to say potent or important, and then they come from hell. But the other one, you have to it's called Dragon Struggle.
Dragon Struggle. Oh yeah, has it. That's where you get the bandit.
Yeah, that's where you get the bandit.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that. That's for another day. So Calamity's Portent. I think you have to go to each gate. And then you defeat a final boss afterwards. Yeah. And that's about it. But it's actually really cool because you keep walking to the right, and that's how you do it. Like the first gate, second gate, third gate, and you have to defeat these not defeat. You have to break these barriers after each one. So that was cool. It looks like you're in hell, so it's awesome. So the next one is They Came from Hell. So, speak of the devil. See all these puns that I'm doing?
Ooh, shut up, bro.
Nice. So, in this one, you actually have portals that can teleport you.
Yeah.
You have portals. You're like, oh my gosh, that's too much bad stuff in one sentence. But you have portals here in this one, which teleport you to the closer to the gates. But it's just better to walk to the right, or honestly, in my opinion, teleport to the far right, because the first portal has the final boss in that mission. So it's just better for you to go to the final portal to the right and defeat all of the gates from the right side to the left, and then defeat the first portal, which has the final boss. Which the final boss is the boss from the Muramasa Castle in the first mission, and he's like, I'm coming back from hell and I'm gonna defeat you, and you're like, stay in hell, bitch. And that's all.
Okay, be like, trying it, you gonna try it, but now can't do it.
You can't do it. So that's that. Okay, Labyrinth of Flame. Did we have that?
I don't think so. I don't remember none of these. I don't think.
I don't think we had it. Yeah, we didn't have that one. Uo's Tower, which is the wind tower. We definitely had this one.
Yeah, truth in heaven, aim for high heaven.
And we had all of these missions.
Yeah, we had.
Now I don't honestly remember any of them besides like maybe the first one and one where you had to get for materials. But
yeah.
Okay, so truth in heaven, you just have to get to the top, and that's all.
Oh yeah.
The aesthetics here is like this is a godly tower. Think of it kind of like the thing that Goku goes up.
Tell me why I thought you was about to say. Think of it as like the things they go bump in the night. I don't know why I thought you were about to say that.
Yeah, why would it be bumping in the night?
I know. I was like, why would you?
Or partying at night, bumping? I don't know.
Okay, anyway.
So this castle right here, or not even a castle, tower, it's really cool. It's like an ancient tower. It has like these ancient, but like heavenly vibe to it, right? And you go up it. You have to get these batteries if you want to go up the elevators, right? The power A, swords A, or power A and double A, triple A's if you want, or whatever A's you want, and you get these sources of energy, and then you can go up the elevator. But you have to wait for a certain someone to go up it because they're kind of slow, right? Right. Okay. It's good. It's good we got that settled here.
Okay.
Aim for high heaven. Escort the vehicle to the top. There's this guy that wants to.
I remember this one. I remember it.
I remember it too. Do you want to talk about it? Go ahead.
This dude asks you to pilot his make sure his hot air balloon gets to the
very top. The tip of the top.
And sometimes it gets stuck.
Just
sometimes you have to
the tower.
So you basically just get it to the top. Basically, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, ABC. ABC. It's
aren't you gonna explain how or why? Like it's okay. The whole mission itself.
He don't tell us why though, does he? He just asks us to do.
No, he doesn't because he wants to make technology that doesn't have to rely on the heavens or the demons or anything. But what you have to do is you go up as normal, like in the first mission, but then you find it in certain areas. So you have to hit it, and it'll keep going up afterwards. Yeah. Then the next area you do the same thing. Now, pillar maintenance. This one I remember it the most. You have to find these like altars that have like this material. You go to it, and you basically go up the tower again, and then afterwards there's an area where you do all of this in.
Yeah.
That's all you do. And I thought it was cool. The altars actually look pretty cool. But besides that, the mission is pretty bland. Next.
Yeah. I actually remember this one, the cry from a tower, because this is one that you get from one of the wait, I know it's not. Never mind. Like when you go into there, it's just a woman standing there. She's like, I hear a child crying, and like, can you go see what's going on? And when
it's just a rat. It's a rat. That was so weird. Yeah, we talked about that, right? Like,
it was like, how could y'all confuse a rat with a child's crying?
Like, what type of person? And whose child this? Is it your child? Like, what the fuck? Huh? Like, how? And why would you confuse that with a child and a rat? What is it?
I was like,
Splinter? No, it's Master Mufu. What's his name from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Master Splinter?
Yeah.
It was probably him.
I'm like, so you confuse a little squeak with a wah.
With a little Fortnite. I don't know.
Speaking of Fortnite, y'all, it's Fortnite stream soon.
Fortnite stream, Mario Kart 8 stream, Mario RPG stream.
Oh yeah, definitely that one.
Okay, so.
Okay, anyway.
One last thing about this mission right here is that you have to what's I gonna say? Oh yeah. You can find a special thing that you have to talk to it, and it tells you more about the story of the game. I thought it was cool. It's like this. You walk up these things, right? and once you walk up this like little lightning path, once you walk up on the platforms, that's when you get to this little altar thing that it gives you information about like the story, which is really cool. And I really liked how they put it there. It's like, kind of like a little secret area. And actually, we did kind of go in the 2 mission, the one that has like the whole Egyptian aesthetic, that there was the same thing. We actually found an area that was very similar to that. And yeah, I thought it was cool that like you can find these little secret areas, and yeah, they're part of the story. They give kind of like the lore of what happened between the Dragon Blood clan and the humans and the Heavenly Place and the Demon clan or whatever. I thought that was super cool. So that's basically that place. Then we have the Medius Castle, which I think we did do, right?
Yeah, we did.
Isn't that the final boss? Or no?
No, that's not the final boss.
What's that? What is this one then?
The final boss isn't well, for main
Etcham's Den,
is
right?
Etcham's Den, where you fight where he gets control of yeah.
What is
So
Soul
it's
Vessel then?
Marfa Del, yeah. Soul Vessel is
That's basically the final mission, right? Where you have to go up the castle again?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you have to. Yeah. Soul Vessel is when you fight the god thing. The when you fight. Yeah. And but that's what the one with and like
you end up at the top of the tower, right? And they push you down. Like the god guy, he ends up there, and he pushes you all the way down. Then hole.
And then
you start off. Oh, this mission was really cool. I like the aesthetics here. Like you're in the sewers, right, of this part.
Oh yeah.
And there are these axes swinging around, and there's like a ton of blood everywhere.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, this is like
the walls has like a ton of blood splattered on them, and like everything has blood, and there's these axe things just like swinging around. Very interesting mission though, right? I thought that mission was really cool looking.
But yeah. This is the one when you finally do make it up there. It's like this scene where somebody and they just slam them down.
And you know what's so weird?
Yeah.
There was a special switch that that only the the Empress, the one that she can move.
Oh right.
And there was this dude hanging.
Yeah.
Hung by his neck, like.
Yeah.
It was weird, right? And you could, if you move it enough, he falls. But it's like, it's really odd.
Yeah, you was like, what was the point of that?
It's just like showing you, oh, there was a dude hung there, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of disturbing, but I guess it's cool. I don't know, I guess.
So which one is it? Is it cool or disturbing? Which one is it?
I guess a little bit of both. But you go up the rest of the thing, and you fight the final boss, which is the guy with the really long beard. And what is there anything special about him? Was he I don't think he really had a difficult. I think he just used the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the other boss that was kind of like that. Remember, there was a boss that would swing a sword around in like the Egyptian place.
Swing a sword around in the Egyptian place.
Yeah, there was a mission that we had to do, and remember, you were angry because you're like, oh, I didn't get to do the mission. I didn't talk to the thing.
Oh, you talking about the one where you open up the chest or whatever?
No, you talked to the thing, and you had to talk to it, but you didn't talk to it before. It was like you had to talk to the wall, interact with it, and then you had to defeat a boss like that was very similar to this one. He was a special boss. You don't go to the boss page that I showed you right now.
Okay.
And if you go down, it was Vasilith.
Vasilith?
No. I don't remember. It was, I think it was a form of Vasilith, which is the final boss, that one that we're talking about. Basically, it's like him, but he like we fight him before. We fought him before, but in this one, he has a cycle where he like hits with both of his swords, and yeah, it was really cool. And he has like 4 elemental powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you touch it while he's like recuperating them, it kind of
yeah.
hurts you. And each one, like when he used the ice would fall down from the sky.
The and like
lightning one.
Yeah.
What does the lightning one do? He uses his sword, right? The lightning swords, and slash the whole place. Wind, he would just like pull out 2 wind
tornadoes or whatever. Like.
Yeah, and then he would shoot out other little small tornadoes, and
why that was
fucking kill you. And fire, I don't remember what that was.
I don't know what fire was either.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Poison was something else as well. I really don't remember. But he was a cool boss. Like his armored thing looks really cool. He's just generally a cool boss. Once you beat him, he's like, no, you guys shouldn't do this, and you guys are bad, and
it's like, oh,
what happens after?
With him, like, it's like we're the one that's being the bad people. So, okay.
All right. I don't remember anything else. Oh, you want to know something?
What?
That boss that I said before is called Null. And then when you fight him later at the very, very end, his name is Vasilith Thunder.
Okay, then. Oh, I'm so like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Soul Vessel. Marked for Death. I don't remember that mission. I think that's just the final boss, right?
Yeah.
Because the Dragon Horde one, we don't have that. That's the DLC mission.
Yep, it's definitely DLC.
So I guess we'll talk about
and
the Marked for Death and Cavern of Torment.
The other one I was talking about, the Cave of Torment, which is, it was kind of functions like, seemed like a pit of 100 trials, like that.
But we have to talk about the Marked for Death first, right?
Final mission. Yeah, Marked for Death. Okay, Marked for Death.
So this is the final story mission. You finally find the girl. What's her name? The Oracle.
Amica,
the Oracle. And you find her, and yeah, once you find her, you're like, hey, we're gonna save you. But you find out that the atrium, the thing that you've been talking to this whole time, and that helps you change the like your attributes and all that, he's actually controlling her. So he starts putting her against you. It's once you hit her enough times, like, plus she has like these orbs that shoot stuff, and she hits you with like fire and hits you with a lot of crap. Once you hit her enough, there are 4 swords or 4 weapons that come out of everywhere, and they will all hit you at the same time, while she's also fucking shooting spirit bombs from Dragon Ball Z. And meanwhile, you have to still hit them, like hit the blades, and you also have to hit her, and that's when you finally like beat her. I don't even know what comes after that once you beat her there. What happened at the end of the game?
Well, I think it might be. It depends. It might be different endings, but for what happened was, after you defeat, he was like, "Oh, y'all got stronger because he has a different form. Like, he has his form, he has his true. After he brings out his true form, and you end up defeating that. He's like, "Oh, y'all, you have really surpassed. You have really surpassed me, but." And it ended up getting defeated, but it's like, I got this scene. The scene I got was when we were holding her, and then he what happened? He ended up I think trying to possess one of them, and I don't know if it worked or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because he was saying that, oh, this is gonna be my new body or something. He was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not very.
And he was like,
sure.
and he was, I don't know if he tried to take over the body we was doing. He was like, this is gonna be my new body. He was like, you have become more powerful. And he was like, oh, you just about to take over the world.
All right.
Stuff like that. He was like, I will take back everything and stuff like that. That's the end that I got. But I think from what I heard about this game, it's different. It's different endings. Like it's multiple endings or whatever.
Right.
So
well,
from what
I don't
heard,
know. I think I must have got the one you got. I don't know.
Okay, because there could have been a different ending. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, you basically beat that, and then you get something. You get the Oracle, which is the Mika, the girl. And at the end there, that's when you start the Cave of Torment. Now, this is just like your typical beat a dungeon and go up on levels, right? You beat the dungeons and you get to the final level, which is 111. There's really no benefit to it besides the items that you can get. For example, the drops that you get at the beginning, like they're pretty trash, honestly. But you can keep getting better stuff and better stuff. I believe by like level 50, you can already get like +7 Ogre's Bangle, +7 stuff. But that's just the accessories. But if we're talking about the items, you do start getting better items. Like for example, you can get the Sword of Justice, the Holy Sword, the Holy Mace, like starting at the level 60s. And if you keep playing more, you start to get like even better items. I think by the end, like 101 parts, they start to give you these like these weapons, like the Calamity Tome, the Blaze Wheel and stuff like that. But the true reason you want to get to the final level there, it's because the final weapons in the game, I think it's the Fragrak, the Leviathan, the giant, the gigant axe, I don't know how it's pronounced, the Aroundite 7-star sword, Purified Shuriken, Reincarnation Tome, and the Magtama, and the Mark of Death Ring, and I think Dragon Skill. Once these are like the final items in the game, now you can upgrade. There's a place called the Market, which you can get these really special items, and they're special. They're really good, really great items for every individual character. But it takes having to like get resources and exchanging weapons and those resources and material to make even better weapons. But these weapons right here are the best. Like these, I'm sure take like, they will give you a 200-500% difference in attack or speed or health or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's I don't know if you knew any of that. Did you?
I think I knew most of those things, but I was just listening because I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of like the Cave of Torment. You shouldn't go there for EXP or just to get to like. You could just go to for the drops for like level 60, and then just finish. But it's just recommended to just go all the way.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, just do it. Like,
might as well do. But it takes a long time because you do one level at a time, and it's not that hard if you're at a high level. But still, it takes time. At least a minute per like level. So you're already looking at like minimum. If you were to finish every level at 1 minute, that's 111 minutes. Therefore, 2 hours. And that's if you were to do every single one. And they start getting much harder. Therefore, enemies take a lot longer to kill. So you're going to spend like 4 or 5 hours to even do one run. And you don't even know if you're going to get that
If you
that
want to
loot.
get that far, see y'all. We could do a whole entire stream on that alone.
You could do a whole entire series, and it'll take a long time just so you can
a long time
do the Cave of Torment. But anyway, I think that's about it for like story wise. And is there anything else that we're missing?
I don't really think so. I think this is I think we pretty much got the story.
I think we went over, like I said, everything.
And like I said, we can't really talk about the DLC, even though I did buy it, but I can't really talk because I didn't play it. Like I didn't play it. But I will get shut up. I will get to it though. He will. But Rick needs to get it too, but I don't know if he will. So I probably will get to it.
I will later. Like I am very curious about getting those special weapons.
And I definitely want to try the other characters out, the witch and the other thing and the thing
would be nice.
Get. And so Rick can also try. He can try my character, but I think I would probably definitely go with the witch first. When it comes to
last thing that we should answer. What is the best and the worst thing about this game that it could be anything. It could be from an enemy to a mechanic to anything.
The best thing.
What is the best and worst thing?
The best thing about this game for me is, let's see, is that that it has a pretty decent like line of things that you can do. It has great replayability. I almost said replayability.
Yeah, sure. Replayability, right?
And the worst thing about this game is that sometimes, I mean, like, you can have fun by yourself, but sometimes the worst thing about it is sometimes it's just better with a group or even just two more people. You kind of start unlocking this true funness potential, but it can be great on your own.
It's just like most games. With more people, it's better.
Yeah, because at first I would have said the worst thing about it is all these bugs, but they didn't got better. They
fixed a lot. Those. Yeah, they fixed a lot. We can't really complain. I mean, we still got a few disconnects. Like every once in a while, but it was like
probably because of internet. Yeah,
it was neither here nor there, right? But in terms of the desyncs, like, that is essentially gone, at least for us, and we live literally across the world. You know that quote that everyone says, if you dig down, you'll reach China. That's basically how we are in terms of where we are in the world. So obviously that's not true. If you go down the US, you'll end up in the ocean, but somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, that's for a science channel to talk about, not us. This ain't science.
Okay,
these are facts.
Science land.
But
it's science land. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we can finish off here. I think we talked about this game quite like a lot, but I'm glad. I'm very happy. I guess the best thing about it for me was, getting to experience it with someone else, because this sort of game is honestly a little bit harder to find. And to play at an equal level. What do I mean by this is that most games that you play, even something like Genshin Impact or MMOs, even though you do play together, you don't really feel like you're playing together. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're playing together and you can be in a party, but you're not really like together, because it's just, they weren't really made up to work like that. This game is, you're stuck in a stage together, figure it out. And even sometimes you can both go different ways and do your own things, but you don't have to. That's what I like about it. You feel connected with the people that you're playing. You're not just both wandering around. You both feel like protagonists in the game, rather than you just feel like a protagonist and everyone is their own thing. In Genshin Impact, when you play with other people online, if you're level 10 and you play with level 20, obviously they set it up so you can't play with people who are level 50, because it's just too much of a gap. and they would just beat all of your missions in 3 seconds. But you can still play with much higher level people, and even if it's someone that's around your level gap, it still feels kind of disconnected. And if you're gonna play Genshin Impact, you have to play at the same time, go to the same areas, or honestly, I don't think I would like to play co-op like that with someone. We just play the whole thing, go to the same places, kill the same thing, because I feel if we did it that way, we can replicate what this game gives. But if in Genshin Impact, you play the game a little bit more without me, and you're gonna definitely be I don't know, you've already passed this certain part, and I won't really get to experience it with you. Or it's just this game lets you experience it with your friends at such a great way, and because it has no more of those like internet issues anymore, those server issues, it makes it a perfect couch co-op or a perfect online co-op with your friends. That's honestly what I got from this. When I expected to play this game, I kind of wanted to do it because, you know, I'm playing it with someone else, and it just made it all that more fun. That's the part I honestly loved the most about it, because when you tell me, hey, let's play this game, I'm excited to play because we get to play together and we get to kind of do it together, right? Yeah. When we play Smash and we play doubles, we both get to kick their asses, and we both get to do combos, and we both get to not have to hit each other. Be careful, right?
And then speaking of that, y'all, let me tell y'all something about this. So he been streaming most of Smash every day. So we don't never get to get to be partners like we usually are. So I said one day he just gonna have to do a stream where we just be partners. We just beat everybody up.
Yeah. Eventually, we'll do something like that, and like defeat the Dubs partners, sort of thing.
Yes. And they can have some of his people. They can have like Cyforce and Slate on the same team, and we can just beat them up as Dubs partners. Now I don't know if you'll be able to do that.
Yeah, but, we'll see. We'll see about that.
But that'll be a good idea.
I wish Smash had a thing where you can keep people inside, like just lock them there, and the people who rotate are not those two people who are locked in. You know, that'd be cool. Yeah. But anyway. That's a whole different thing, guys. But yeah, that's one of the best things. Besides the aesthetics, I really love the aesthetics in this game. And the gameplay feel to it. It's just smooth. At least the Shinobi is very mobile and active and agile. But so is the Witch, the slowest character.
The Empress is very strong. I said strong and strong. The warrior is very slow but powerful.
And heavy and defensive. And yeah, but and the worst thing about it, I think it would have to be let me think. I think honestly it's sometimes when you're just kind of doing the levels, you kind of just mindlessly do it in a way. Sometimes, not all the time, right? But when you're trying to just complete them, you kind of mindlessly do it. But I know that's kind of the fun part about it. But I just felt that wasn't like it wasn't like the first time when you do the mission, unless you have a certain goal. But because the game forces you to try to improve yourself, try to level up, you kind of waste your time doing some of the missions, and you know you're wasting time because you know you're not gonna get a lot of EXP from it. So you just tend to like go through it really fast. Yeah. And you don't really enjoy the ride. So the game pushes you to like
talk about this game is making me want to play it again. But
yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to play. But you have to Earthbound. You have to finish that game so you can
start getting my
Smash ones exactly, and build yourself a little following, and then from there, you know, then you can play all these games and you can have people enjoy it, you know, with you. But yeah, so that's really all I had to really say for that. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
No, not at all. This was a great game, and this is probably the one that we'll still be playing, but probably not as often because we definitely have a lot of other things going on.
Every once in a while,
but we come back to it.
And just grind or just do some of the missions. We completed most of them in gold, therefore we beat most of them.
If y'all want proof, y'all can go see that on my last stream.
Yeah, we did pretty good, and next time you'll see it. I'm sure if we do end up streaming it, next time you guys will see more gold on the thing, because we did play offline a lot. So
yeah, we did. We actually did, because some days we just like
yeah, we
like,
had stuff to do, or we were tired,
yeah.
so we just like chilled out. I know you could do that during a stream, but it's a bit different, like there's always gonna be a difference between you in a video or you in a stream and just your normal self hanging
exactly
out.
Right.
But anyway, we'll finish off here, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for you listening in the podcast. Thank you so much, everyone, and for all of you on the YouTube side, once again, thank you so much. And you guys can follow me on my Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. I'm active on everything at this point. I'm streaming only on Twitch right now. I've changed everything, and they're very, very interesting. I hope you guys get to check it out on twitch.tv/Marvexer55. And you guys can also follow this man at twitch.tv/MervinTW, and I'll link it at the bottom at the end of this video. And thank you for coming, man. This game was one of the really fun games that I really wanted to do for a while. Yeah, as much as I avoided it for a while, but this was what really pushed me to do it. And hopefully we get to do Donkey Kong next week.
Y'all, I kept on having to beg the boy to do. I was like, let's just play it. I was like, come on, let's just go ahead and play. I was like, it's been some years, and he was like, them desyncs. I was like, well, they
desyncs
a lot.
I don't play with desyncs. It's just
and then
too much for me.
And then we was talking about getting the PC version and everything. I was like, boy,
we were. If it kept desyncing, we were gonna get the PC version.
Yeah, because I had to really encourage us to go ahead and do the test. I said, let's go ahead and do this test. It's not going. And everything went smooth, and it worked, and we got to play it on stream and everything, and very happy about it. But yeah, it's been smooth sailing ever since. So great. Okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be the end for us, and obviously next week I'm gonna be playing the next game. I don't know if you're gonna join for Donkey Kong or not, but hopefully you can, because it's also another game that we kind of played a little bit. And we didn't get to finish, and I really there's a lot of games that we can play co-op like this, and hopefully we can do very soon. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks so much, guys, and we will see you guys in the next podcast. See you guys next time. Goodbye.